Thank you for joining us on the biggest story tonight. I'm Niranjan, and on top of 7 p.m. this evening, coming to you with a story from Karnataka, and a story that we at Republic, Arnab and team, we've for many years now questioned our elected representatives for letting down the people, using people's money. And look what's happening in Karnataka again. There is a sham of a study tour. There are heavy rains, coastal Karnataka submerged, and MLAs have bolted for Leh-Ladakh. They've taken off. They're facing massive anger. There is massive anger over this so-called study trip once again in Karnataka. We're getting you the full details of this cross-party delegation that is left for Karnataka. Let me go across to Sagaira, joining me on the broadcast this evening. Those are some of the pictures, by the way. Some of the pictures, by the way, of them posing for the cameras while being on a junket, while being on a study tour. By the way, funded by you and me, funded by the people. Let's show you what the people are going through, by the way. All the people who are suffering in the constituencies of these legislators. Let's show you the pictures of the flooding situation and the situation that is being faced by the people of coastal Karnataka. While we play those pictures, I'm going across to Sagairaj, joining us with the details of this study tour. We've seen many such study tours, Sagairaj, but it's happening as, there is heavy rain, there's flooding in many parts of the state. Let's show the pictures of the flooding, please. The waters and what the people of Udupi, Beltangadi and some of the areas in coastal Karnataka are going through. In fact, we have pictures from the last few days of coastal Karnataka, from Udupi. And just to give you an idea of this cross-party representation, there is a BJP, there are many BJP MLAs, there are many Congress MLAs, JDS MLAs as well. Let me go across to Sagairaj now. Sagairaj, what is their excuse for it? Sagairaj.
Niranjan, as you rightly pointed out, that you at Republic and Arnab Goswami have carried out these kind of campaigns against these study tours. We have seen in the past that how the legislators have been to Brazil. We have exposed that how people are traveling abroad for the name of study tour when people are suffering. And as you rightly pointed out, yes, people are struggling in coastal region of Karnataka, where the many districts, many constituencies are flooded with water. People are fishing on the streets because water is everywhere. And these MLAs who are supposed to address the issue, who are supposed to take care of the problem of people, especially during monsoon season, are happily on a study tour. And Niranjan, you need to understand that what they're going to study in Leh-Ladakh is a big question, because there are no MLAs, there is no government, it's just in union territory. What they're going to study in the glaciers, what they're going to study in the mountains is the largest question which is being asked by the public. Because your own constituency is struggling, your own constituency people are suffering, and your representative who was supposed to take care of you is happily touring there in the other
what
part
are they studying?
of the country.
One minute. What are they? 1 minute. Sagaira, stay with me. What I want to know, what are they studying? What are they studying in Leh-Ladakh? Those are pictures of the beautiful Leh-Ladakh region as posted by the Leh-Ladakh Tourism Board. They will tell you now that's beautiful pictures, beautiful. I mean, it must be a great time to be in Leh-Ladakh as well. Let me go across to Tanveer. Tanveer, there are 15 MLAs. Okay, I lost the line with Tanveer there. But let me show you. That's Leh-Ladakh. And that's where 15 legislators. 15 legislators are right now, as we speak, in Leh-Ladakh, while coastal Karnataka, their constituencies are being battered. Tanveer Ahmed of the JDS is on the phone line. Tanveer, I have names of 15 MLAs of the BJP, many of them from the BJP, many of them from the Congress party. I have a few from the JDS as well, 2 or 3 names. Will your party call them back and ask them to take care of the coastal areas of Karnataka that are submerged? Tanveer?
See, Niranjan, whether it is from JDS, BJP or Congress, I think the legislators definitely need to know that they are the elected representatives and their duty is to take care of their constituency on a situation like this. Their inner conscience definitely should ask them to come back. Why? Because no party would restrict them from having holiday because they also have personal lives. But when the entire Mangalore region, Mangalore, Puttur, Mulki, Sulia, Karkala, Ujre, everything is underwater, and these people going out on a holiday is absolutely uncalled for. Rather than any party asking them to come back, their inner conscious, I'm sure they are watching Republic TV and they're listening to my voice. If the JDS MLAs, I would really appeal to them. I request them, please come back. Because you are far more needed in your constituency rather than you enjoying holiday with your family. You can directly go back to holiday when things are absolutely normal.
I want to know what are they studying in Leh-Ladakh, Tanveer. I really want to know what are they studying in Leh-Ladakh. I'm still very, very curious. It would be a study for us to understand what they are studying in Leh-Ladakh.
I'm really not too sure what they are studying, but whatever they are studying, it is not more important than taking care of people who are suffering in their constituency.
So are you also then appealing to all these MLAs to come back? I think everybody should ask them to come back.
Definitely, their inner consciousness and conscience should definitely tell them that I am far more needed in my constituency. I need to go take care of people, and they should definitely voluntarily come back. And all these studies, what they are doing can really wait, and they have to take care of their people first.
Okay, Tanveer Ahmed, thank you for joining us on the phone line. Tanveer Ahmed saying that these MLAs must come back. So he's taken a stand. The JDS spokesperson saying that he is taking a stand, saying even the JDS MLAs who are here, who are there, should listen and come back. You know, there are such dramatic pictures. We'll play out some of those dramatic pictures as well. Still trying to understand, Sagairaj, what are they saying? There was a visual of a confrontation. Let me see if I have that video. There is actually a video, ladies and gentlemen. There is a video of a confrontation of one of these leaders. And let me tell you, Sagairaj shared that with me. And I'm reading out from my mobile, Sagairaj, of what you had shared a few minutes back. There is a legislator who's, by the way, in Leh-Ladakh. Is he in Leh-Ladakh, Sagairaj? Is he in Leh-Ladakh? Yes, right? He's there. Okay. He's in Leh-Ladakh.
Yes, Niranjan. I personally called him to double check whether he's in Leh-Ladakh.
So he's in Leh-Ladakh. He's in Leh-Ladakh. So the irony today is that this legislator was confronted and the people of his constituency asked him, why are you not taking care of our roads? The funds are not being utilized. There are no funds. They spoke about the complaints that they had in their constituency. And do you know what this MLA said? This MLA said, and I'm quoting, this MLA said, for the last 2 years, there has been corona. And the government is facing all kinds of problems. He also said that the government didn't give me any development fund. And then he says, you look at it, the government doesn't give me funds, but I've tried my best and got funds from everywhere else. Now, the question is, you're confronted by your own people saying, why are you not spending on the constituency? And then they tell the people there was COVID. And then they spend your money to go to Leh-Ladakh. They're in Leh-Ladakh. You know what, Sagairaj? We should find out how much they're spending on this trip. We need to find out how much they're spending on this trip. And if required, we should send a reporter there. We will send a crew there and we will confront these people. And we really would like to know, and we would also like to study what these MLAs are studying. Sagairaj, what are they studying? Please tell us, what are they studying?
Absolutely, we have no clue what they're going to study in the glaciers, what they're going to study in the mountain, and how they're going to replicate in a place like Karnataka and other parts, because it is a contrast of the place where they have visited. And we need to understand if there is any kind of agriculture or farming things like how they visited in Israel or Brazil last time, because there were excuses which was being given by them that they have seen bullet trains, that how fast it was running in Japan when these MLAs visited last time. And this time they went to Leh-Ladakh. They are at Leh-Ladakh. We need to understand whether these people are learning anything out of glaciers, anything out of mountain, and how they're going to implement all those things in the state of Karnataka. How does it even connect with Karnataka is a larger question which should be asked. Niranjan, as you rightly pointed out, Stephen Patil, a BJP MLA from Belagavi district, where people had confronted him last week, and they have asked him, why you aren't coming to our constituency, why aren't you fulfilling the promises which you made, where you told that you will construct toilets, you laid up new roads and address drinking water issues, but nothing has been done by you. Why are you doing this? So immediately he was quite cautious that all these people are cornering him, and he stood on the stage and told people that from past 2 years there is COVID. There's no funds with the government. Not only me, none of the people got the funds. That is the reason he couldn't do any kind of development work. And everything is on the record. And the same gentleman today is seen in Leh-Ladakh along with the other police, irrespective of party, partying there in Leh-Ladakh and clicking the pictures happily and sharing on the social media.
Yeah, their names are there on the screen.
The pictures, and these are the MLAs. Yeah, these are the MLAs who were supposed to take care of their people, who were supposed to address on-ground issues in coastal region. You see Raghupati Bhatt, you see Sukumar, you see Harish Punja come from the coastal region of Karnataka. People are on the streets. There are water everywhere on the main roads. You get to see people are doing fishing because fishes are available on the main roads. That is the kind of flooding that people are facing. And at this point of time, last night, when they left from Bengaluru, from legislator's house, at that point of time, it was flooding in Mangalore. People were struggling, and schools and colleges were declared holiday. And your representative is nowhere. He's not seen with them, but he's happily having fun in Leh-Ladakh.
Yeah, you know, the irony is they've all united. This is one issue where all parties unite. They have complete unanimity. In fact, they don't have unanimity in parliament. They don't have unanimity on the presidential candidate. They don't have unanimity on issues where they should be coming together. Even on COVID, they don't have unanimity. Even on fighting COVID, they don't have unanimity. But they will join hands and take a study tour together. Congress, BJP and JDS, ladies and gentlemen, let's keep that picture there with their names, because I'm going to read out their names in case you're watching this broadcast in Leh-Ladakh. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an appeal from Republic TV. The names of the legislators are on your screen. If you spot them there, ask them the question. Their names are Raghupati Bhatt, he's a BJP MLA. Sukumar Shetty, he's a BJP MLA. Narayan Swamy KM, Congress MLA. Subba Reddy, Congress MLA. Dattatreya Chandrasekhar Patil Revur, he's a BJP MLA. DK Srinivas Murthy, JDS MLA. Mahadevappa Shivlingappa Yadwad, BJP MLA. Ganesh Prakash Hukkeri, Congress MLA. Shriman Balasaheb Patil, BJP MLA. Suman Gowda Patil, BJP MLA. Uday Garudachar, BJP MLA. Ramappa, Congress MLA. Ravindra Shrikantayya, JDS MLA. Harish Punja, BJP MLA. Venkat Reddy Mudnal, BJP MLA. So in case you spot them, if you're in Leh-Ladakh, you spot these gentlemen, legislators, you'll spot them there. I'm sure you will. And when you spot them, ask them the question. Is it raining heavily in your constituency? Is your constituency flooded? If your constituency is flooded, what exactly are you doing in Leh-Ladakh? And I think, you should ask that question. Let's show you the pictures. Meanwhile, there are some more dramatic pictures coming in from the newsroom of how their constituencies are flooded. On the surface device, there are more pictures coming in. In fact, these are pictures that are just breaking into our newsrooms. More pictures. Look at that. That's the situation. Roads turning into rivers. Roads turning into rivers. Look at that. The common man, the people who are funding this, don't have space to walk on the road. Cars can't wade through the waters. And your fields are flooded in coastal Karnataka. But all roads clear. It's a takeoff, clear takeoff for these legislators. Believe it or not, that's the worst kind of VVIP racism. They don't give a damn about the people. Let's play out the confrontation. In fact, I want to play out the confrontation when one of these leaders was confronted by his own. Let's play that out, please.
ಡಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಡ್ ಹಾಕ್ಲಕತ್ತಂದ್ರಿ ಟೆಂಡ್ರಿ ಯಾರು ಹಿಡಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾರು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ರಿ ಖರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಊರಿಗೆ ಏನಂತಂದ್ರಿ ಸುಮ್ಮ ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಂತ 4 ಫುಟ್ ಅಟ್ಟಾಕರ್ರಿ ಊರ್ ಒಟ್ಟು ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವುದೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಐತ್ರಿ ನೀರಾವರಿ ಇಲ್ರಿ 2 ವರ್ಷ
People are garrowing the BJP MLA in this video and confronting him for not fulfilling the promises made by him. People are questioning him when he's going to implement a drinking water project. And he's being asked to construct toilets and lay new roads. Replying to the question of the people, he says the government doesn't have money due to COVID in the last 2 years. He says the government doesn't release funds to anybody for development work, and despite that, he got 3 times more allotted for his constituency. I think I have Ramesh Kumar of the Congress joining us on the phone line. Mr. Ramesh Kumar, who's also a legislator. Mr. Ramesh Kumar, can I get your response, sir? Can I get your response to this junket, the study tour that the legislators have gone on? The coastal Karnataka is flooded, sir.
It is a shock to me. I had no information about it. I am told about it just a minute back, and I am in my native place. And I don't think Congress had any such plans to engineer defections in BJP. It is at best an attempt to probably bring Chief Minister under pressure for their own demand. I don't think Congress has anything to do with it.
Sir, I know that was not my question, sir. My question was, and
What's
because
your question?
no, my
Tell me,
question is, sir, there are 15 MLAs. There are 15 MLAs, sir. 15 MLAs.
Let them be 50 also.
No, sir, listen
What
to
is
me.
it
They are
called? The
MLAs from
Congress
Karnataka who are on a study tour. While coastal Karnataka is flooded, they are on a study tour. What are they studying in Leh-Ladakh?
I don't know why they have gone. They have not told me and gone. How can I speak for them who have gone? Say, I am a congressman. I am a former speaker of the House. I am a sitting member of the House. I can confidently tell you Congress has nothing to do with it.
But there are Congress MLAs also, Mr. Kumar. But Mr. Kumar, there are Congress MLAs as well. Will you appeal to all these MLAs to come back and serve the people?
Then it could be a committee meeting. It could be one of the House committees.
But what are they studying in Leh-Ladakh, sir? Would you have an idea? What would you study from Leh-Ladakh?
I don't know. How can you ask me how to... If you ask me where you are now, how can I tell you? You are speaking to me on phone.
No, but I'm asking you, sir, because you know you've held the post of a speaker. It's a very high.
Please, my dear friend, let us be rational. I do not know. I came to know about the information just a minute ago when you are.
Sir, but would you?
Can I be commenting about it?
I understand that. I understand that. Let me tell you. Let me take 30 seconds to explain to you, and you know you can choose to either.
If not 30 seconds, take a minute's time. Please tell me.
So, okay, sir, I will tell you. So, what has happened is, Mr. Ramesh Kumar, there are leaders, say 15 of them. I have their names. Raghupati Bhatt, BJP MLA, Sukumar Shetty, BJP MLA, Narayan Swamy, Congress MLA, Subba Reddy, Congress MLA, Dattatreya Chandrasekhar Patil, BJP MLA, Srinivas Murthy, JDS MLA, Mahadevappa Shivlingappa Yadavad, BJP MLA, Ganesh Prakash Hukkeri, Congress MLA, Shriman Balasaheb Patil, BJP MLA, Soman Gowda Patil, BJP MLA, Uday Gowda Garudachar, BJP MLA, Ramappa Congress MLA, Ravindra Shrikantaiah, JDS MLA, Harish Punja, BJP MLA, Venkat Reddy Budnal, BJP MLA. Sir, now there are coastal Karnataka MLAs as well in this. And their districts are battered with heavy rains. Like Harish Punja, for example, we are told is from Beltangadi, flooded. Sukumar Shetty, Baindur, Udupi, battered by rains. Raghupati Bhatt, Udupi. So I want to ask, sir, isn't it, as a representative, as a people's representative, first of all, they're complaining in their constituencies that they don't have money because of Corona. And they have money to spend, that is people's money to spend on a study tour to Leh-Ladakh. What would you say, sir?
Let them be very plain and decent without mixing politics. It is obligatory on the part of any elected representative to be around his constituent when there is a problem like this. And knowing full well that the problem is prevailing and they have left the place, it is not a right thing to happen. I have no hesitation, whether it's a Congress MLA or JDS MLA or BJP MLA. If my constituents, they are in trouble, if there is any problem like floods or heavy rains or famine, I am not expected to be touring outside.
Yeah,
that is one thing I don't endorse. But I have one doubt in my mind. We have the committees, House committees constituted. House committees generally comprise of all party MLAs. Probably this must have been a House committee which was meant for some particular purpose. As a House committee, they might have gone out together. And when the constituencies are undergoing this problem, their going is not a right thing to happen.
Exactly.
I can say that.
Exactly, sir. That was my limited point. That was the limited point.
I answered this point.
That's all. I understand. I appreciate you taking a stand as well. Thank you. That is Ramesh Kumar. Ramesh Kumar, former speaker in the Karnataka Assembly. We asked the Chief Minister about this, the Chief Minister of Karnataka, and here's what he had to say.
Sir, assurance committee members have gone for a study tour to Leh-Ladakh, sir, especially from coastal MLAs, where the entire area has been flooded.
I'll look into that.
The morning you met with the central.
Sir, assurance committee members have gone for a study tour to Leh-Ladakh, sir, especially from coastal MLAs, where the entire area has been flooded.
I'll look into that.
The morning you met with the central.
Sir, assurance committee members have gone for a study tour to Leh-Ladakh, sir, especially from coastal MLAs, where the entire area has been flooded.
I'll look into that.